So today we'll be talking about Detective Pikachu. Despite it being the second highest grossing video game adaptation behind Warcraft, which that was only behind it's the only reason why that movie's ahead of Pikachu is because of China, but why is it Detective Pikachu the movie that is praised for breaking the video game curse? Detective Pikachu is often a very overlooked movie. I've seen it a couple times. It's a pretty good movie. I won't spoil it for you if you have not seen the movie, because of course you don't want to spoil a movie that is considered that is a mystery movie. So definitely, if you have not seen the movie before, definitely watch the movie blind. We'll just be talking about the movies and what they did right. But the movie that's often credited for breaking the video game curse is Sonic and its sequel. Both Sonic movies are pretty good. But and Sonic 2 is one of my favorite movies I've ever seen of all time. Because I just love Sonic that much. And I love the characters and the universe of Sonic very much. And it's finally about time that we got good Sonic media. Sonic Mania was good, but then you have Sonic Forces. Yeah, once I have to play Sonic Frontiers, I realized that Sonic Forces was not that great of a game. But Sonic is a universe that is very popular, especially in America, and everybody talked about the Sonic movie. But Detective Pikachu is often not talked about for breaking the video game curse. Whenever people talk about the video game curse, most people will either bring up Sonic or Arcane. Those are the movies and TV shows that people usually bring up, not Detective Pikachu. Despite Detective Pikachu coming out before Sonic and Detective Pikachu also have very similar scores across the board. Sonic 1 and 2 have very similar reception to Detective Pikachu. Despite this, Detective Pikachu is often ignored, often not talked about, despite it being a Pokemon. But I think the reason why Detective Pikachu is kind of ignored is because there's already so many animated Pokemon movies. But again, all of those animated Pokemon movies have to do with the Pokemon anime, so they can't really count. But when it comes to media and Pokemon, I'm talking about TV and movies, the Pokemon anime has been so successful because a lot of people love the Pokemon anime. So, and I think the difference between Pikachu and Sonic is that Sonic is a series that has been mired with controversial releases after controversial releases. Because Sega does not know what to do with making a new Sonic game. So they make it basically trying to pander towards modern fans and classic fans, which often screws up at the end. Pokemon Detective Pikachu had pretty good CGI and pretty good Pokemon designs. They made all the Pokemon look relatively realistic, meanwhile making the Pokemon still look animated. Of course, if you're a fan of the Pokemon universe, you'll definitely love this movie, as there's so many Easter eggs for the Pokemon fans to find, and of course you can admire at all the realistic looking Pokemon as well. And I kind of think this movie's kind of making fun of the whole idea of realistic Pokemon, because we all know all the memes of realistic Pokemon that I used to see as a kid that was so funny, and then they actually make a Pokemon that look realistic, but they actually still make the Pokemon look soulful and creative as well, and they still make them look like Pokemon. But I just think that people just don't remember this movie as much as Sonic. Okay, Sonic came around during the pandemic. Pikachu was a front-loaded release as well, and it still was one of the higher grossing movies of the summer. But it was a front-loaded release that was just overshadowed by the next big release. When it comes to summer movies, you're gonna have to really stand out for your movie to become successful. Detective Pikachu was a successful movie. It made around $30 to $40 million. It is getting a sequel, however. Despite that, people don't really talk about Detective Pikachu. When people talk about good video game movies, people talk about Sonic and Sonic 2. Okay? People talk about Sonic and Sonic 2. People talk about Arcade League of Legends. And of course, people talk about Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Not many people really mention Detective Pikachu, which is pretty odd, because Detective Pikachu came out in 2019. Did we just all forget this movie existed? That's just the real thing. Okay, as well. People are like, for example, we're gonna work out a Reddit thread. You always people say when people talk about both making the video game curse, everybody always mentions Sonic. Sonic is the one that really broke the video game curse. We'll get Phil Meto. He said that Sonic finally broke the video game curse in his film Perfection series. But everybody neglects Detective Pikachu, even though Detective Pikachu was kind of the first movie to really break the negative reception of video game movies. The negative reception of video game movies was broken by Detective Pikachu, but Sonic, Nick, and it's funny, around the same time this movie came out, the really awful first Sonic's trailer came out around this time. Well, Sonic looked, yeah, you all remember Sonic's original design, the Nightmare Fuel design, but Detective Pikachu came out and it was just overshadowed by Sonic, even by its first trailer. Sonic just overshadowed Pikachu. That's just the truth. And now with Detective Pikachu 2 and Rainbow and Sonic on its third movie, despite Pokemon being the highest grossing media franchise in the world, I just don't see Detective Pikachu ever being more popular than Sonic as well, despite both movies having a very similar reception. So what is your opinion on Detective Pikachu? Do you think that this movie deserves to be forgotten for breaking, well, it's honestly one of the biggest milestones in film history, breaking the video game curse. Yes, Detective Pikachu did not make $1 billion. It did not become the highest grossing movie in history. It did not make nearly $900 million in The Force Awakens. It did not mean to be the highest opening of all time. But it did manage to break a record that nobody has done, making Hollywood making a relatively decent video game movie that everybody enjoyed. Not something like Rampage or Angry Birds movie, where only some people enjoyed, but a lot of people hated. Pikachu was just a movie that just existed. And unlike Sonic, where everybody and the dog was talking about that movie when it came out, same thing with Sonic 2, Arcade, and Cyberpunk, and The Last of Us, not many people really remember Pikachu. This is a movie that is honestly just forgotten. It's kind of sad that this movie is forgotten, because it's a movie that really just broke the video game curse. Before Sonic was praised as a movie that finally broke the video game curse. And that just because Sonic broke the video game curse doesn't mean there are some more bland and boring video game movies out there. Now, it's just Pikachu was the first one to do it. And yeah, that is basically about Pikachu. So have you seen Detective Pikachu? Do you like it? And that is it about Detective Pikachu and the video game curse. The first movie that actually truly broke the video game curse. Goodbye.